Hey guys, it's your girl Megan. Welcome back to my channel. On my channel, I compare books I've read to movies, to their movie adaptation, or sometimes TV show, whatever, you know. In this episode, I'm talking about everything. Before I get started, I just want to say, please ignore my nails and my forehead. I just dyed my hair, and I did not take the proper precautions, so I'm blue everywhere. Um, my hair looks good in this light, though. It was supposed to be aquamarine. Instead, it's kind of like blue-black. But it's alright. Um, Sorry. I just dyed it, so I haven't really looked at it much. There are spots that are more green than black, I guess. Okay, anyway, sorry. This is going to be probably a pretty short video. I'm doing Everything by Nicola Yoon. Nicola? I don't know. I might be pronouncing that wrong. But, and then it was made into a movie, obviously. That's why we're here. So I actually saw this movie first, and I loved it. I'm such a sucker for these types of movies. And I didn't even know it was a book when I watched it. So then then I read the book, and I liked it, but I don't know if it's because I saw the movie first, but I think I liked the movie first. And that never happens for me, I guess, unless I watch movie first. So this is probably a reoccurring pattern for me. I should probably look into it. I think whichever one I do first, I like better. But I'll explain why. I'll explain the differences. Now, let me preface this by saying I read this and watched it a while ago. So this is just kind of from my memory. And if I'm wrong, please let me know in the comments. Call me on it. Okay, here we go. So first I want to start off by saying that the character of Rosa in the movie, it was like Maddie's BFF, and it was Carla's daughter, the nurse's daughter. And she was not that big a character in the book. She was not in it at all. She was mentioned a couple times. Carla would be like, "Oh, you remind me of my daughter," or something like that. But in the movie, she actually came to Maddie's house, which I don't understand, because if they have no problem with Rosa coming to the house, then why is it such a big problem that Ollie comes in the house? Either way, they're through the little tunnel thing that cleans them off, so and keep their distance. So I don't know what the big deal about Ollie was coming over if she has visitors, if Rosa can come. But that's the only problem I had with that. I think it was kind of nice that they gave her a little friend. um, Although it does take away from how lonely she was. So, I don't know. I liked it. I didn't like it. Okay, so my favorite scene in the whole movie. Okay, this list is totally out of order. Let me rewind. It's totally out of order. It's whatever I thought of in the moment. I tried reorganizing them in order, but not all of them. Anyway, my favorite scene in the movie was when Allie put up all the pictures of the ocean on the window for her to see, and he said, every ocean deserves to be seen by you. I was crying. I love that part. I love Allie. Anyway, and that part didn't happen in the book, and maybe that's why I didn't like the book. I don't know. But I thought that was the sweetest moment of the whole movie, and it didn't even happen in the book that it was based off of. So good job, filmmakers or script writers. I don't know, but that was cute. Okay, so in the book, Ollie is a big parkour guy. He jumps fences and stuff, and so in the book he does a handstand and kind of teaches Maddie how to do a handstand. He does a one-handed one, I think, if I remember right. But in the movie, when they met, he I don't know why in the movie he didn't like parkour. He was just kind of chill. They kind of more on that later. But in the movie, she just randomly did a handstand without him doing anything first, and it was very out of character. And then I don't know. That was one part of the movie that I was like, what? And then I read the book. I'm like, oh, so cut that. Okay. Now it makes sense, kind of. So it's just kind of weird, kind of different. And then also something different, Ollie's roof hangout and his little solar system on the roof were not a part of the movie as they were in the book. And then his family drama and all that was kind of downplayed. His sister was a bigger part in the book. In the movie, she was just seen once. And then he had a lot more problems with his dad in the book. and in the movie you only saw it like a couple times. But I do understand that because I think seeing it a whole bunch of times is a little harder. I don't know. You don't want to see that a bunch of times in like a happy love story movie. And I feel like you don't have to see it as much to understand it, but reading it, like you read it once and you're like I don't know, the gravity is different if you're watching it versus reading it. So I think that was kind of okay, but it also may have been a little bit downplayed. So I think overall Ali was very muted in the movie. Like his personality was very like he was up here in the book. In the movie, he was kind of down here, very mellow. And like I said, he didn't do parkour. He wasn't full of energy like he was in the book. And he wasn't as like cynical as he was in the book. And then of course, like that family drama, like I said, was downplayed too. So I just feel like so much of Ali was just kind of brought down a notch, which was kind of disappointing. But I still love the movie. Okay, I'm not trying to hate on the movie. Blah blah blah. So in the book, she also had a closer relationship with her architecture teacher. I don't really remember that being a part of the movie like at all. Like I know she made her little models and things, but I don't remember it ever saying why. So please correct me if I'm wrong. It definitely could have, and I just don't remember. But I believe even in the book, he came to her house a couple times, like as a treat. Like they were close. But you don't really see that in the movie. I'm sorry. So in the movie, I'm sorry, I write my notes as if I know if it's the movie or the book. They should start with in the movie, but in my head I just know. So in the movie, Maddie gets sick after she runs out of the house to defend Ali from his dad. That's the first time she leaves her house, and after she gets very, very sick. But in the book, her mom makes a fuss about how she could have gotten sick, but Maddie doesn't get sick. So that kind of starts her thinking, like, maybe I'll be okay. Like, I got out of that house once, and I'm fine. Like, maybe I can go to Hawaii. Like, that's kind of what puts the idea in her head, honestly. But in the movie, she did get sick, so I don't know. I guess she was just really risking it all to go to Hawaii. I don't know. I didn't like that. I don't like how they actually made her get sick. I feel like it took away from the progress she was making. And then Maddie doesn't visit Carla's house before the trip to Hawaii. She was way closer to Carla in the book than in the movie. In the movie, it was just like her nurse. But in the book, it was like her friend and nurse. So she visited Carla's house before going to Hawaii. And then Carla is like, I don't believe that she was skeptical about this new medicine that Maddie was on. That's another thing. So in the book, like, she was skeptical, and it was very clear that she was lying to Ali and things like that. But in the movie, she just said, yeah, I'm on this new pill. And as a viewer, you're kind of like, wait, is she, or is she lying? Like, and there's no real closure on that. So that scene with Carla would have been nice to kind of show, like, the nurse doesn't believe it, so it's probably not true. So in the book, when the doctor who sees Maddie in Hawaii reaches out to her about finding no evidence of her disease of SCID, she tells her with a email. But in the movie, she tells her with a phone call, which I kind of get it. Like, in the book, I mean, what? In the movie, we were already kind of reading a lot, so, like, might as well listen to this. Like, I don't know. I get it for being on screen. So, the end. I think I always like book endings better than movie endings. I don't know why they change it. Except for what was that one? The Sky is Everywhere. I like that movie ending better. But the book ending for Everything, Maddie decides to find Ali again, and she even leads him on this little mini scavenger hunt to a bookstore, and like he finds her book where inside she wrote, like, if found, like, you get something with Maddie or something. It's like a cute little note where they'll reconnect. But in the movie, she doesn't write the little notes in her book, so of course that couldn't have happened. And they just kind of find each other, like, hanging out at a bookstore, and it's just more happenstance, and I don't like that. I so like it better when they seek each other out in the end. I don't like them just running into each other like, oh, hey, it's you again, might as well talk again. Like, I hate that. I hate that. I like it when it's intentional love. Okay, so one thing I liked about the book is that it had so many cute illustrations, but it was cool seeing them like texting in the movie in her little models. I love that. I think that was such a smart way to do the texting. Although in the book it was IMing, but whatever. They were texting, and instead of just reading their texts or like seeing them separate, like I think that was a cute little twist, and it was a good way to do a movie where most of their communication was through their phones. Like, I thought that was so cute. So anyway, the illustrations in the book did make, I liked the illustrations, and they were very featured in the movie throughout them sitting in the models, and then also in the end credits they had some of her illustrations from the book, which I thought was cute. A couple notes I had, well, just one. When they were in Hawaii, how did Maddie know how to swim? I don't understand. Like, she's been in her house her whole life. Maybe it said how, and I just missed it. I don't know. But if y'all know how this girl knows how to swim, like, she literally jumped off a cliff in Hawaii and is swimming in the ocean just fine. Like, if that were me, I grew up like going camping and on the river and stuff, and even I'm swimming like I could barely do it. How's this girl doing it? Anyway, and then my final note about the differences is that her nationality, Maddie's, in the book she was Japanese and African American, where in the movie she was white and African American, which I do get the change. You know, they found this actress and they just changed it to fit her because she is biracial, and it wouldn't have been right to just pretend she was Japanese. So, yeah, overall I liked them both. I don't know. I said I liked the movie better, but maybe I don't. Maybe it's a tie. I just love them. I love Ollie. I thought I wrote something about her relationship with her mom. Did I skip that? I don't remember saying anything. But her relationship with her mom is changed too. Sorry, I said that was the last thing, but it's not. So in the book, like, she and her mom had a good relationship. Like, they were a solid, it wasn't best friends, but they were a mom and a daughter who got along. Like, and in the movie I didn't really see that. It was more her mom was kind of just her caretaker, and that made me really sad. I guess they changed that to try to make it more believable that her mom was lying or something, but like, even moms who love their kids lie. So I don't know, I wish they kept that relationship there. Yeah, overall, I like the book. I like the movie. Check them both out if you haven't yet. And I'm sorry, I should have said no, that there were spoilers at the beginning of this, because I just spoiled the whole entire thing. But I always have spoilers. So tune in next week. Don't know what I'll be. Don't know what I'll be talking about yet. I might just do a book review. I don't know. I've got so many books right now that I have to read. So, but I promise, video up next week. I do one every weekend, so stay tuned. Thanks. Bye.